I'm Emmett Hollier, General Manager of Solana Mobile, and I'm super excited to be with you today. The amount of apps and products and the amount of just chatter about mobile has been super exciting for us. We've been at this for a few years. It's really been our focus to bridge that gap between where crypto is and where mobile is. So having it so constant and just seeing it on the floor, seeing it on stage has been extremely exciting for us. Last time I was up on stage at Breakpoint in Singapore, we unveiled Seeker. Seeker is the definitive Web3 mobile device, and a ton has happened since then. We've moved from design and development to manufacturing and testing. There's over 100 teams in the Solana ecosystem building for this next wave of mobility, and we've sold over 150,000 Seekers in total. It's a super exciting time at the intersection of Web3 and mobile, but a few of you have been asking, when's Seeker? And by a few of you, I mean, I think all of you. Everybody is asking when's Seeker. First, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your confidence in the team, and it's great to see your excitement. Good news, I'm excited to be sharing that Seeker officially starts shipping on August 4th. Manufacturing is underway. We are in the final stages of testing. I've actually got a pre-production device in my hand right now. Not only that, our team has a bunch more. So if you have a minute, head over to the Seeker coffee shop, get your hands on Seeker. We want to see your reaction, and like I said, we're excited to get it into your hands. To those of you that have pre-ordered, we need your address. We need to make sure we're sending your phone to the right place. So if you haven't already, head to solanamobile.com/shipping and let us know where to send your phone. To those of you that haven't ordered, you can still do so. We've still got Seeker. We're excited to bring it to as many people in as many countries as possible. Shipping is very exciting, and Seeker is very exciting, but that's not even the biggest news I have to share today. From the beginning, Solana Mobile has had a super clear directive, which is to break down the walls that divide builders from users and the walls that divide crypto from mobile. Now, it's time for us to evolve. Solana Mobile is expanding the Web3 mobile ecosystem. And we're going to do it by decentralizing everything: the economy, the incentives, and the ownership of our platform. We'll be handing over control of things like device access, dApp distribution, and dApp store curation back to the community. In addition, the platform's growing to new types of devices and new hardware manufacturers, all powered by a decentralized architecture and economy. Seeker will be the definitive Web3 mobile device. It'll provide the best, most secure, most seamless experience available on any smartphone. But we think users everywhere deserve that same security and that same seamless type of experience. So we'll be making our software available to OEMs so that they can integrate the Solana mobile platform. To maintain trust and security as we grow and decentralize the platform, we'll need a new type of architecture. And to democratize the ownership and coordinate decision-making, we'll need a token. And that's the introduction of SKR, the native asset of the Solana mobile economy. Let me walk you through how all of this works. That new architecture we call TPIN. TPIN stands for the Trusted Execution Environment Platform Infrastructure Network, which is a mouthful, but hopefully makes a little bit of sense in a second. TPIN is a new type of framework that connects Secure hardware with verified users, authentic builders, and a network of guardians who together can create an open and decentralized mobile ecosystem that scales with the growth of crypto. It all starts at the hardware level, at the hardware layer. And at the hardware layer, we need to start with trust. Similar to how blockchain networks depend on consensus, our ecosystem needs a reliable way to verify that devices on the network are trustworthy. TPIN's trust model starts at the Trusted Execution Environment, or TEE, which is actually a feature of most modern smart devices. You can think of the TEE as kind of a lockbox within your device. It's responsible for keeping secure and private things secure and private. We've used that same technology on both Saga and Seeker to protect crypto users' seeds, but that hardware is capable of so much more. With TPIN, we're expanding the capabilities of the TEE so that devices can create cryptographic proofs. Those proofs can then be trusted by the whole network and provide evidence of device identity, secure status, and proof that devices are running genuine, unmodified software. This hardware-backed foundation of trust forms the basis for the TPIN architecture. Next is the platform layer. The platform layer is where verified dApps meet real, authentic users without a gatekeeper standing between them. The key to the platform layer is on-chain verification. Anytime a Solana mobile device is turned on, it will prove its hardware, its software, and all of its certificates are authentic through the boot process. It will then take that proof, backed by the Trusted Execution Environment, and compare it to records stored securely on-chain. That level of verification can create certainty that devices belong on the network and are trustworthy, and we've taken that same model and applied it to dApps, so that as new apps are distributed on the network, we get a similar verification between builders and the records on chain to just ensure that anything that's distributed is safe and legitimate for our community. When dApps and devices and users are all verified in a decentralized way, there's no need for a central authority. And without a central authority, there's no opportunities for value extraction and no opportunities for censorship. Finally, TPIN's third layer is the network layer. The network layer gives us the foundation for a governance structure. In the Solana mobile ecosystem, we'll be building a network of guardians. Guardians will be leading organizations and individuals within both the Solana ecosystem and beyond, and they'll be tasked with maintaining the overall integrity of this growing network. Guardians will be responsible for a lot. They'll be verifying new devices, dApps, users. They'll be approving new types of devices from new manufacturers as they come on board. They'll curate the dApp store, and they'll ultimately govern this policy of this platform as it grows. In order to accomplish this over a decentralized network, we'll need a medium of coordination. And that's where SKR comes in. SKR is the native asset of the Solana mobile economy. It will power the verification across all three of these layers of TPIN, but it will accomplish so much more. After the last 3 years of building, we finally have the last piece we need to get the mobile Web3 flywheel spinning, SKR. Its function will be to power the economy, the incentives, and ownership of our platform. It'll be core to a sustainable incentive mechanism, one that keeps this flywheel constantly turning. We're committed to placing this token in the hands of the builders and the users and everybody who is responsible for making sure that this ecosystem grows and succeeds. We'll have a lot more information to share in the coming months, but for now, let me walk you through what this flywheel means for the future of our ecosystem. For developers, this creates amazing opportunities. You can reach users worldwide without gatekeepers and no roadblocks standing in your way. You can connect directly with the most passionate, high-value users in crypto, avoid the high fees that are charged by existing app stores, and never have to worry about arbitrary changes to arbitrary policies standing in the way of your access to those users. It's been talked about a bunch today, but the biggest existential threat to builders are the existing app stores and their centralized powers. The flywheel also means incentivization. You get to build at the cutting edge of both Web3 and crypto. You get to take advantage of things like sensors, accelerometers, cameras, NFTs, all the things that make phones so unique and so powerful as you're building across payments, DeFi, DePIN, AI, gaming, whatever comes next on Solana. In June, we'll be kicking off the first Solana Mobile Hackathon. We'll have cash prizes, marketing and launch support, and a slew of partnerships to give teams everything they need to be successful. Our new head of DevRel, Chase Barker, who I think is in here somewhere, and his team have a ton up their sleeves, including new builder grant programs. So please stay tuned, we have a lot more coming. For users, the SKR flywheel means you get exclusive access to cutting-edge dApps and rewards and incentives that simply aren't available anywhere else. You get rewarded for your participation, your engagement, and there's community-driven assurances that everything you're doing on the platform is trustworthy. Being a Solana Mobile user means you own your assets, you own your experience, you share in the value you create, and you have an opportunity to control the future. And perhaps most importantly, this means you get an exceptional user experience. You know, Saga users consistently rave about two things. The first is the security that Seed Vault protects their seeds with, and the second is the Genesis token, which is a soulbound token that opens up infinite opportunities across our ecosystem. With Seeker, we're taking all that to the next level. We've introduced the Seed Vault wallet, Seeker ID, and tons of features like one-tap signing to make blockchain interactions effortless. When you combine all of that with our completely redesigned dApp store, which puts discovery right at the heart of the Seeker experience, the future of Web3 has never been more easy and frankly never been more fun. And finally, we're looking forward to bringing TPIN, SKR, the Solana mobile platform to all sorts of new builders in the hardware space and new types of devices. We've got a growing ecosystem of users and builders, and we think more types of devices should have access as that community continues to grow. Our team is working on making the integration as seamless as possible so that manufacturers can maintain control over their own implementations so long as they follow the standard baselines that will be established for the platform to make sure that their devices can verify themselves as being trustworthy on the network. We think that this balance of freedom and standardization can lay the groundwork for a decentralized mobile future. Today, you can see the Solana mobile vision. It's an open Web3 mobile ecosystem where builders are liberated, users are empowered, and everyone shares a stake in the value they create. If you haven't pre-ordered your Seeker yet, please do so. Head to store.solanamobile.com and order yours. If you have, please tell us where to ship it. We want to get it into your hands as quickly as possible. If you're a builder, come find our team. Like I said, we're over at the Seeker coffee shop. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you're building, what you need to be successful, and how we can launch together. You know, mobile is going to continue to be a theme for our industry, not just here today in this room, but for the weeks and months and years to come. And it's exciting for us to see this finally coming together and for us to have the opportunity to not only launch Seeker, but to build for an even more open future. So, Seeker season is here, and the Web3 mobile evolution will continue. Thank you so much.